Hey team, Wade Wyant here with Wagon Advisors, and I want to talk to you about the most contentious thing right now at work and maybe even in the news. And if you're in an office or you work with other people, this is more contentious than even politics right now. And that is the concept of, do we return back to work? For those of us who worked in an office pre-pandemic, is it time for us to go back to an office even if we don't want to or don't feel comfortable, or we feel like we can do our job better at home? Now, look, I'm not going to take sides on this because I don't want to lose half my audience, but the reality is there's a lot of counterintuitive and different opinions on this subject, and I want to bring up a few for you to think about as you make this decision. Elon Musk, who loves to be a lightning rod in society, tweeted that everybody must work in an office 40 hours a week, which is basically saying come back to work. And if you don't, then he assumes you're going to resign. It's been all over the news. Bloomberg reported on it extensively, but a simple Google search and you'll find this news out there. And it really brings up the question of when is it right to ask everybody to come back to work after the pandemic? And the secondary follow-up question is, have we proven in some roles they don't need to work from an office? They're just as productive, or some people would argue more productive, from home. Let's first define a few really important things. Number one, there are people who absolutely have to work in an office or in a work environment. For example, you cannot be a flight attendant from home. You cannot be a server at a restaurant from home. You cannot be a cash register in a store from home. It's just not possible. So we're talking about a select few jobs that can be done from home. There's also jobs that absolutely are done all the time from home. For example, remote salespeople. There's no reason, if you have an office in Grand Rapids, Michigan, to have a salesperson in Grand Rapids, Michigan call on Southern California. It's better to have a person in Southern California call on the people in Southern California. It's more expeditious. They're in the same time zone. It just makes more sense. Well, that person in California will be a remote employee, and unless you want to go rent expensive office space, you're probably going to have them work from home. So in any environment, or most environments I should say, there will be individuals who both have to work from the office and there will be individuals who can work from home. So my first recommendation, and probably the most important thing I'd recommend to you, is you have to define roles. This is not a question of, does everybody come back to the office, or does nobody come back to the office, or do we let you choose? You can't let a flight attendant choose that. They have to come back and have to work in the airplane. And so you need to define those roles. Which roles are roles that can work from home? Now, you may want most of those roles that could work from home to work in the office. And if that's the case, then I think you need to build a good rationale based on more than just your feelings on why that's the case. And if you've made it this far in the video, I've got really great news for you. There is a list of rationale, and a company here locally in West Michigan, where I live and do most of my work, Steelcase, has built out that rationale, and it's called Changing Expectations and the Future of Work. It's a study they did, scientific. It's a really great study. Go download it from Steelcase. It's a PDF, and it talks about the different roles, the different types of people that are returning to the office, and what is the value of working in the office as opposed to working from home. And so this is probably the number one thing that I would really put in front of everybody on both sides of this argument. Come with facts and data. Don't just come with your opinion or the way you like to work. Come with facts and data. And sometimes that might be hard work, which is why some of us are avoiding it and just saying, well, I want like Elon's doing, I want everybody in the office. Well, does everybody really need to be in the office? And then once you have the facts and data, then you can say, based on this is what we want in this company. And the next thing I think you need to be prepared for is some people are going to quit. We've seen that already with several of our clients where they've mandated you must come back to the office, and a few people have opted out and said, you know what, I'll find a job where I don't have to. So that's not to say you shouldn't make that mandate. What you need just to know is that you will most likely in today's environment lose some people. And then this brings us full circle to the main point I want to make, and I hope you made it this far in the video. We're big fans of the system scaling up, and we believe that the platform scaling up and the tools that we have in that platform, and Red Wagon is a scaling up company, and we do scaling up work. We believe that we've been focused on this portion of business for a while in the fact that we say it's people, strategy, execution, cash. People is the very first thing. And for too many years, companies have been able to get away with not focusing on people because there was a glut of employees, everybody wanted to work, and you could just do a good job in culture and pretty much get away with maybe not the best recruiting or system for keeping people engaged and keeping them in your business. And so now we're seeing, as we know, the Great Resignation, which Harvard Business Journal called it, and we're all familiar with that. And this whole idea now of working from home is amplifying the issues around this, and people saying, no, you can't work from home. And so this is something you need to consider very carefully. It's not to say you should change your opinion or change the way you do work based on these facts. It's just something you need to be thinking about as you go into the decision making. For most of you, you've already made the decision. You've already gone forward with it. And people have already returned back to work. So this may be a little bit of a moot point. But I want to remind the people who have done this that while you may be back to work and everybody might be back in their seat, you may be seeing the ripple effect, or you may start to see the ripple effect of that decision down the road or later on or even right now. And what I mean to say is in the future, you may see more of a ripple effect because you did have everybody come back to work. They may not make decisions today about leaving, or they may not make decisions today about the culture of the business, but they may make it in the future. So again, being very careful here at Red Wagon not to take sides, and also just to give you facts and data about how you can make this decision. Those are some of the things I would think about. And remember, no matter what you decide, whether it's work from home, not work from home, it's very important you focus on people. Make sure that you focus on what the roles are, define them, have facts and data on your side. And then more importantly, make sure you have clear expectations with everybody, that you're clear on why you've done this. Now, as we wrap up the video, you're probably wondering what's it like for Red Wagon. We have 7 people on payroll. At our company, we have a work from home policy. In fact, almost everybody works from home because of the nature of our business, and most of us are part-time. And what I love about having part-time staff, and the staff loves it as well, by the way, is that they usually put more work in than the hours that they submit every week or every other week. And so in most cases, when I have work from home staff, I love to have them part-time, because I find that there's no question about, did you put your the full amount of time in, or did you get your job done? Because they usually do more work than what we pay them for, which for all the staff watching this, we love you to death. Thanks for all the hard work. And with that said, I'll wrap up with this final thought. At Red Wagon, we love helping people tackle these questions. And there's not a clear answer, and we don't even propose to give you an answer. But what we do propose to do is ask the hard questions that will get you to have the answer that's right for you. So we'd love to engage with your organization, even if it's on a small 1-hour consultation or a 1-year engagement like we do with most of our clients. Please contact us at Red Wagon Advisors if you'd like to dive a little deeper into this subject or other subjects. And, we're back from the end of school year, and we're back at it. So we can't wait to talk to you. Please contact us at your earliest convenience, and we look forward to chatting in the future. Thanks.